Peace, peace. Ah, get my liquids in me real fast. I had an amazing workout this morning. I got a refill with my liquids. Give me a second. We got that good sarsaparilla tea, ginger, turmeric, honey, cinnamon, mint leaf, cilantro. Man, got that good water. Get cucumbers in it, lemon, lime, mint leaves. And I got that homemade smoothie out of my recipe book, my workout book. Same shit every day. All natural, man. I do the same thing every morning. Water, my tea, my sarsaparilla tea with all my herbs in it, and my natural smoothie. I work out every single day, 7 days a week, 5 miles a day, and work out. And I study every day. Cultural genocide is what we living in right now. Cultural genocide is what we living in right now. When we think all this stuff is cool, when NBCs be making videos mad at Gucci for putting black faces on shirts, and we put black faces on shirts every fucking day of the week. Every day of the week, we put black faces on shirts. So shit, they think that shit popular. We do it. Cultural genocide. When it's popular, when it became popular to kill your brother? When did it become popular to have fucking ops? When did this shit became popular? The Negro is a fucking beast. The Negro is a fucking beast. Let me tell you why. Because let me tell you how messed up grown NBCs are. I can jump on somebody, a kid Instagram page, right? And all in that kid Instagram, it'll be grown niggas in there disrespecting a fucking child. That's what I'm telling you. Niggas will take time out their day to make a negative comment on something. Why? Just sit your grown ass down somewhere. The Negro is a beast. Cultural genocide. Point blank. And I be telling people, do you think I want to be around any Negroes? Hell no. Ain't no European did nothing to me. They don't have that much fucking power to do shit to me. Anything that's been done to me has been from my own kind. A nigga killed my brother. My baby brother killed Jelani Goodman Bay. Nigga killed my cousin Miguel Swain. My homeboy Mike V was killed by his own fucking brother. His brother Marlon V was killed by the motherfucking police. My best friend I grew up in childhood, head was blew the fuck off by a punk ass nigga. And we keep talking this white man shit, this no. Cultural fucking genocide. You get our kids to listen to what the music they listen to. Everything they listen to is I'm a killer nigga, I'm a papa nigga, Percocets, lean. Man, nobody got time for that shit. Cultural genocide. And we fell for it. Do y'all know when this shit happened? Because I'm going to tell you when this shit happened. You want to sit up here and play stupid? Cultural genocide. How? Through music, through television. See, we talk all that shit, all these more, all this programming. Cultural genocide. The Negro is a beast. Cut the radio, cut the music on, listen to what they saying. You can't give me one song your child listen to without that shit being vulgar. You can't find me one. You can't find me one. Every song your kid singing right now is killing and popping or sex. Can't tell me I'm lying. Cultural genocide. Cultural genocide through program, through television, especially through rap. When you get a chance, research Lazy Bone, Crazy Bone interview of the record business and what he saw. And everybody thinks it's a joke. This shit was programmed from the prison. The prisons got so much invested. These executives, man, they own the prisons. Watch this shit. They own it. The music, they want these Negroes to put the music out to send people straight to fucking jail. They stockholders in the prison. These record executives, that's how that shit go. Did y'all see that shift? Look at all the music. This shit is programmed for niggas to kill each other and come with this dead rap music. That's what's promoted. That's what's being promoted. Dead rap. Cultural genocide. Cultural genocide through motherfucking rap music. Point blank. Pull that shit up. Pull that shit up. This is a whole plan. Programming. Pull up Crazy Boy. I'm talking about that shit. This is programming. How the prisons and the record execs, they want you to put that music out to send your kid and send your babies to prison. Just like the conspiracy to destroy black boys and girls. This shit is old. This is an old playbook. Cultural genocide. The Negro is a beast. I mean, come on. If it wasn't, why? If look at all these record executives, Negroes don't own shit. These all so-called Europeans putting this music out, and then when you die, this just like win-win. It's just like if I'm rich as hell, I go to casino, bet on black and red. Why? Because I know you're gonna die. I own all the shit. I'm just waiting for your ass to die. I own all the masters. You're gonna kill yourself. Negroes is the only motherfucker group of niggas that gotta check in. I ain't never heard of no motherfucking entertainer or nothing. Oh, well, before I go here, I gotta go check in. Only niggas, only rappers. That's why I said this is a dangerous life, not just no rappers. The Negro a beast. Negroes a plot on their own people. That's a fucking animal. The Negro a beast. The Negro a beast. You rob somebody for a fucking chain. The Negro is a fucking beast. That's why I said I don't like niggas. I don't want to be around nobody like that. The Negro a beast. These Negroes throw their life away for nothing. If you're a real go-get it, boy, if you're really going to get it, go get it. Go out in the community where money. That's why I tell people, criminals only rob criminals in their community. That's a sucker. If you getting it, you're going to go somewhere to get money. We only target our own people. We only target our own people. And all the rap music is about killing your own person. I kill a nigga, I pop a nigga. My ops. I kill a nigga, I pop a nigga. I'm off perks. My ops. I kill a nigga, I pop a nigga. My ops. That's all that shit is. That's death music. That's cultural genocide. That shit programmed. And ain't no other way we can get money. That shit programmed. Well, make movies. I'm telling you, man, make documentary, make books. These dudes ain't even smart as Donald Goins. I said, man, I can take y'all music and make it books, make documentaries, make soundtracks, dumb. Because all y'all finna be broke in a minute. They know this shit go back full circle. It's all going back. They only be popping for a couple summers, then it's over. You dead or go to jail. That's how they know. This program, cultural genocide. This is the best investment these executives making. All right, because they know you're either going to go to jail or they know you're going to die. And that shit come all back to them. Cultural genocide. We let it happen. We let it happen. We wouldn't talk about no killing, or no gang banging and all that shit and riding by no ops. We won't talk about that. We'll talk about in love, having fun, partying, battling, But now this shit does straight turn to death music. And what's so crazy about it, the old heads supporting it. That's the crazy part about it to me. Oh, man, I'm helping my little young homie. No, you a leech. That's what the fuck you are. You a leech. Because if you had any sense about yourself, you'll be like, man, we can get it another way. Our music ain't got to be about death. We can be talking about how to paint a picture. Paint a motherfucking picture. Get money. Paint a picture. Be a storyteller. We just talk about dead ops and killing motherfuckers. That shit's sad. Cultural genocide through rap. That shit's sad. as an adult, as a father, as a sheik, as a teacher, as a man in the community, this shit sad. Because they could talk that white man shit, man, miss me. Niggas doing the whole favor for the power, the satanic spirit, or the clan, whatever you want to say. You doing your own job. When you roll up on a motherfucking pop a nigga in the broad daylight for a fucking necklace, that's some stone cold shit, man. That's some stone cold shit. That shit's sad. And if y'all don't think that's sad, everybody talk about my son or daughter, that's somebody's son. So here it is, we around people that'll do that. So I'm gonna ride with a killer. I'm gonna ride in the car every day with a motherfucker that'll ride up on a nigga and kill a nigga over a necklace. That's some haters. That's some sick mentality shit. And when I told y'all, most of these men minds is fucked up. And if you don't feel how I feel, that's messed up. It can be your son. It was my brother. My brother was murdered. I told y'all, my brother killed Jelani Goodman Bay, was murdered by a nigga. My brother. So when everybody talking that white man shit, man, I tell you, that's your story. Bullshit. Ain't no European was in our motherfucking hood, West Patterson. All niggas. And niggas prey on each other like fucking animals. Like fucking animals. Shit. Look at the prisons. That's why I said, when you real, when you God, you go to prison and stand above, because this is a bigger picture. It ain't no Crips and Bloods. The Crips and Bloods understand God. The Aryans understand God. I know motherfucking Crips and Blood. Telling you, man, cultural genocide through music. Sad day, man. It's just a sad day when we look at each other as a enemy or food. Or we done came to the point where, man, the world gets fucked up. Or we'll make the excuse and be like, oh, man, niggas hungry. Hungry for what, nigga? To kill your own people? To rob? For some motherfucking bullshit? For some shit a motherfucker give you? That should be sad, man. Cultural genocide through music. This culture is messed up. You cannot sit and tell me that. You cannot. It's sad. It's sad when your brother kill you over a necklace. If don't nobody have no compassion and no empathy for that, man, this shit is sad. Because all I see is young brothers continue to get killed by their own people. I ain't seeing no European or nothing back in the day where it was the clan and you getting hung and they coming to your community or you doing, I ain't seen that. I ain't seen that, man. All I see is brothers on the internet going against each other, rapping against each other, like, I'm going to kill you, brother. That's all I see. And we doing the job of the police, the powers that be, like this is what we done came to as a people. I mean, nobody ain't willing to put their life down on the line and be like, wait a minute, man. No community leaders. Nobody ain't gonna say that this shit is crazy. We losing all, I mean, and then people have children. I'm like, man, this, hey, man, I told you. Cultural genocide through rap music. This shit was planned. This shit was planned, man. And I just hope we wake up, man, and stop looking at it, at our brothers and sisters as ops. And I hope these young boys wake up, because these young boys at a crossroads that they don't know where they at, they don't understand, and a lot of them won't even listen. But I say, sometimes an immature decision will cost you all your youth and all your adulthood. Just remember that. And if we adults and we hanging with young people that's killing and stuff, it's another option, man. And I blame it on a lot of the OGs that didn't show these young kids all the ropes of how to live life and be men. I keep telling people we need men classes. Men don't want to understand that. I know a lot of men that don't know how to be men. We need these classes for I can show these young boys how to be men. Just be, no matter what situation you're in, you need to be a man and do things in a man manifestation. That's a master, that's an able and a noble. Just because a person older don't mean they a man. These young men need to see a whole nother image that been through the shit they've been through and overcame. That's growth. That's resurrection or metamorphosis. Because all violence is wrong. But I don't see none of these brothers out here doing nothing nowhere else. Like, yeah, man, we going to this other community, getting this, it's rich over here. All I see is people targeting their people. That's an easy target. That's fucked up. Because there's plenty of places to get some money. Man, y'all can't tell me this shit ain't fucked up, man. Nobody can sit up here and tell me that they don't have no compassion. And I ain't talking specifics on nothing. I'm just saying everything that's been happening, even close families and things we don't speak of, even all this goofy ass sovereign citizen shit, all this fake stuff. When we gonna wake up and be like, man, okay, man, all this shit is dumb. Like we not gonna wake up. We gonna continue to make excuses for our own culture. Oh, that's my baby. He didn't know, man. We need men classes. We need father classes. Because if I can't look at you like a brother and I want to look at you and try to set you up, that's messed up. Like, so that means no men can have nothing. When people, like, I just don't understand when people say, oh, man, this person need to do this or this person need to do that. Like, regular civilians. So regular civilians can go somewhere and be targeted. Regular civilian can go somewhere to sit down and eat. And I'm not talking about, I'm just saying in general, and they may have whatever they have on look nice and be a target. That shit messed up. That's messed up. I would want to go nowhere in the world like that today as a man, as a father. And I feel sorry for those that's living like that, man. And I really, really pray to Allah, whatever Moors pray to, whatever you call it, it's all good with me. I just really hope one day we rise above. If it happened in my lifetime or after, but man, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. Cultural genocide through music, man. Look at that Crazy Bone documentary when he was talking. He was like that meeting he went through with the execs, and they were saying how they wanted them to put out a particular music because they were invested in the prisons, and a certain music need to come out to keep these kids in this low vibration, to keep these babies in a low vibration, man. To keep these babies on a low vibration. To keep these babies on a low vibration. That's what I'm saying, man. We gotta do it. We gotta sacrifice a little more. Like we gotta care a little more, man. Like I'm 45, man, years young. I'm from Flint, Michigan. I done seen it, a lot of things. Come on, man. I know we ain't gonna continue to repeat this dumbass playbook. And it don't, and I'm talking about men. I know we're not gonna repeat this playbook. Because we know exactly we know exactly what's going on. Anybody my age, you know exactly what's going on. Because we done lived that shit. This is an old playbook, man. This is cultural genocide through music. Think about it. Just if we can think about this really for a minute, because we don't. If we control it, just imagine if brother really cared. And I ain't talking about little small label. I'm talking about control, distribute, and all this control. It'd be different. But there's no control. Because I tell people a person to sell anything for $1. Not everyone, but a lot of people will. I'm telling you, man. This is an old playbook, y'all. I can show y'all real piece of myself. I can show people real things, and not just from rappers, but from just the psychosis and just when I talk about Tavistock Institution of Human Engineering, like books that I try to make available for our people for a fraction of the dollar that they try to sell on Amazon. When I tell people this is an old playbook, this is cultural genocide. This is cultural genocide. You cannot tell me. You cannot tell me this not cultural genocide. No shape and form. This shit is an old playbook. I just be waiting for somebody to say, no, this is the new wave. No, bullshit. This ain't no new wave. This ain't no new wave, man. I'll give you a prime analogy. Let me show you how to. Do you see any R&B singers that's really popping right now? Like, yeah, it might be R&B singers and all that, but what R&B singers really that you would say, oh man, yeah, they album coming out or this not, and even though they albums are doing any type of movement like this, playing cultural genocide, as far as males. Like back in the day, we had Luther, Teddy, Pentagram, all that cultural, all those genres. You know what I mean? Now what you have, the rap, and then when somebody comes out, how can I say, speaking something different? Oh, they different. No, that should be the norm. The norm shouldn't be this shit. The norm shouldn't be you jump on Instagram right now, every young kid rapping got a gun. Ain't no goddamn way. And I tell people I had to share my young homie. He was like, self-destruction. I said, man, let me play an old video for you. Boom. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Doom, doom. Self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. They're like, whoa. Then I play same game. We're all in the same do. They like, what? I said, man, come on, man. This GD and me is growth and development. This ain't no fucking destruction with me. This growth and development with me, man. When I say GD, this is an old playbook. This is an old fucking playbook. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm from Flip. I know I got a lot of young homies rapping. My young homies right now for the hood popping, they popping. They popping right now, traveling all over doing their thing. And I give my blessing to the brothers. I give my blessings to my young kings in the hood, no matter what they claim. But I say, man, it got to be a better day. The way we speak, the way we look amongst each other can't be, how can I say, the culture. Not for me, man, because if that's the case, man, we're supposed to be taking our whole community over. Reach one, teach one. We're supposed to be building studios. I tell people, this is an old playbook. What you mean, she? Okay, ain't no way in hell 10, 20 people from a neighborhood and don't understand the geographics and how to buy stuff and build their own neighborhood. I do this with my own pennies. When I talk about tennis shoe money, ask all my nobles, ask all my muftis that's riding with me, ask them what I do. I'm from Flint, Michigan. I go right back to the hood, the little money people be buying Balenciaga shoes for, and I can be wasting my money on that. I buy property in my neighborhood after they tear that raggedy shit down. Damn near own the whole block. So we are part of this problem. Who? Us. Because I'm telling you right now, a brother would be so respectable to someone that don't look like them. Soon as somebody jump on the internet and they may say something that they might not agree with that individual, they'll put a whole fucking dissertation on there. And I say, but you won't say nothing to that European. That European will say, nigger, go back to work. Man, he called me a nigger, but this is my job. I need it. But somebody will say something on here, we be acting like we ready to tear a head off. And then you'll jump in your car and bump that music on. First thing you say, I got 2 choppers and I shot my homie. Like, huh? Like, what did he just say? Yeah, I got 2 choppers and I shot my homie. Dead out. Like, holy shit. And our kids rapping that shit. Cultural genocide, man. When has education, when has wisdom, when has scholarship became, oh, he acting white. So if that's acting white, you got what's acting black? Can somebody please tell me? Because when I'm on the college campuses, the kids don't like me because I think I'm so smart. They already know how I'm coming. Because I'm just like them. I come from the same place they come from. Yeah, I got a mom and a dad, but I come from the same place they come from. When they say, man, my brother was murdered, mine too. My cousin was murdered, mine too. My friend was murdered, mine too. Shit, I got in trouble, me too. Come on, what else? I'll be like, boom, bring that shit, keep coming. I'll be like, yeah. So now, after all that, what we gonna do now? Now what we gonna do? What we gonna add to this shit? See, we ain't talking about destroying them. I'm talking about adding value to. I'm talking about this sum total. So you ain't catching that shit. We need men classes, man. I've been telling these men, we right here. We need men classes. If I was so crazy, ain't no way in hell I can be on a college campus speaking like this to all college students, professors. No way. No way. No way. If I was speaking crazy, college professors wouldn't say, hey, man, if you're struggling in your studies, you need to research this guy here, Mr. Goodman Bay. He can help you. Boom, boom, boom. This is his organization. He's this, boom, boom, boom. Come on, man. Come on. We gonna diss the ones that put in the work? So if that's the case, where we gonna get our information from? Because see, it's not nobody else's job to teach us this. It's our job. And so the ones that know and didn't teach us this, those are the ones that you should be mad at. Your energy shouldn't be outside, it should be within. And I'm right here. Because everything I'm gonna speak on is gonna be the truth, and the truth will make you free. I already unweighed this in academia. That's why a prophet is no good in his own country. That's why a prophet never heals those that's amongst him or her. That's why a prophet or an angel must leave the area for those see his or her work from afar. And then they be like, yeah, that's my brother, bro. Yeah, they be like, well, why did he or she have to come here? Because the prophet and the angel is no good in his or her country. That's what in our one-on-ones, what it says a prophet and an angel is. Come from amongst the flesh. Come from your brother and sisters. You know their name, you know their mama name, you know their father name. Those should be the ones that should be supporting that person to the fullest. Why? Because you saw the growth and the resurrection, and you know it's real. When I show up on the college campus and I be like this, I say, hey, man, this shit ain't nothing. You don't have to do nothing wrong to do nothing. You don't have to be slick. All you have to do is use this right here. This crown, this captain that was under this turban, this thing is the most powerful thing tool in the world. It's more powerful than any computer. It's more powerful than anything somebody can tell you. This right here can conjure up anything. And if you can manifest this and work the left and the right and make them bad boys work in synchronicity, man, you can do anything that the great creator has manifested in that flesh for you to do. And that's a fact. And when two or more gather in my voice, it's really over. We need men classes, man. We got to come together. It's a must. All that arguing over man-made religion, I ain't here to argue with my brothers and sisters over what you think or what you may believe in. Okay, after you have a stupid-ass argument or a pissing contest with that, what's your main mission? I hope your main mission is to have some things not only for you and the people and the children. I hope your main thing is to support something that's real. Especially if you're in the reading and the studying, I hope you support Moore's business, like mypdfbooks.com. That's books with a Z. I hope you support mooreshaberdasher.com. If not, what we talking about? If we want to learn, I hope we come into class. I hope we supporting the bbtsciencetemple.com. If not, what we doing? I ask people that all day. What we doing? But we go to church. And so that's what I be telling people, man. I say it's cultural genocide. We choose to be ignorant. We choose all these, how can I say it, lower denominators. It's cultural genocide. I be seeing so many men, I be like, dude, so why you not gonna have your sons with you? Getting this wisdom? I be seeing men with their feathers on, their boys don't have their feathers on. So I say, so, huh? I be like, so what we doing? Cultural genocide, man. We supposed to be proud of our anointed ones. We supposed to be proud of those that's willing to stand up in the midst of their own people that may have been promulgating something that can be easily proven pseudo-academia and Negro-centric propaganda through scholarship. And the European agree with me. And that'd be the crazy part, y'all. Like the European agree with me 100%. Be like, yeah, we're like, well, yeah, we sons of Muslim. I was like, what you, Sheik, like we already had this discussion. I'd be like, yeah, so that's on your people. I'd be like, you damn right. So now what we gonna do? No way we can look in the mirror and look at each other and hate. How? How can a man say that he or she love God, never seen him, but hate their brother every day? How can Morris follow me every day and will never and don't pay homage or won't support, but then somebody invite them to come to their church or whatever, and they'd jump right up there and give money? I mean, that's unheard of. We a club hop way before we'll support something that we say we love. We a club hop way before we support something that we love. We a club hop way before we support something that we love. I tried this turban tight today. Let me take it down some. There we go. But real talk, man. And we'll do these things. But I tell all my brothers and sisters, man, we got to support the things that we say we love. Islam family, we got to rise up. I ask everybody this: what came first, the man or the book? The man or the book? Because I know a lot of intelligent bums, and that's no disrespect to no one. I know a lot of intelligent brothers, a lot, and I say, man, that's okay. You know something, but just imagine this. Just imagine this. All the stuff that you know hasn't manifested to nothing in life. All the stuff that you know, you want to be the only one. I'll never want to be the only one. That's why all my nobles, I try to say, hey man, we got to do this together for we can have a conglomerate. So we all standing strong. We build each other up. See, when they talk about think tanks in Silicon Valley, that's what we have. We have a group of brothers that can do anything. How? Okay, because if it's 9 of us, just say, hey man, some cost $900, and we want to invest $900, and say we want to invest $900, damn it, every fucking month. We can. Boom, every month. Just like we buy land. Just like we doing our 3rd annual ball out here in Arizona. Just like we got member codes, just like all the businesses. Our nobles continue to grow. As we continue to grow. Look at all the positive things we do. We have a whole curriculum. Our noble Alonzo have this graphic, like this, all this stuff is in-house. And so when people, they be on Instagram and things, and they say, oh man, where to get the feds from? And nobody say, hey man, MorrisHapadatra.com. That's Morris business. They have fezes, kuntras, kufis, our tunics, everything. Oh man, books too. Where books for real? Yeah, mypdfbooks.com, books with the Z. Man, go look on Amazon how much them books cost and look how much you got them for. And you can go to Office Max and Staples and print them. And print them? What you mean? Can you show me an example? Absolutely. 1 second, sir. Yeah. Yeah. Ah. All right. As I was saying, you can sit at your Office Max and Staples and they're just buying a book just like this for you. You know? They're buying a book just like this for you. If you want to write it in the book or anything, this book on Amazon is $230. This is $230, and the Example of the Nation is $230. So you would be happy to go on Amazon and buy this for $230. And the more you're on this page right now, you wouldn't go on his business page and cop this Sacred Drift by Peter Lambert Wilson. Got the profit on the front. Or what? Or what about this? Or Golden Age of the Moors. Or Tavistock Institution of Human Engineering. They got this on Amazon used, starting off at $1,000. When I say all this stuff is planned. And they try to make books so super expensive. I got a book called I gotta go get it out of my storage. The Civilization Antebellum, something like it got a red cover. I saw this dude on Instagram was like, man, look, the book cost $40,000. I said, yeah, to regular people, not for me. I be telling people you just have to be connected. I know, man, who gonna go buy a book for $40,000? I say, man, I can show you a book with the same science in it that they trying to sell for $40,000, and that book they trying to sell for $40,000 be worth fucking pennies. And the only way you know how to do that if you have to have a plethora of science and been through the fire and be able to cross-reference and compare and contrast and be like, yeah, okay, you're trying to sell this for, let me show you that whole book that you got. I bet you in your reference in the bottom where you got your stuff from, you referencing this book. Watch, sure enough, right in the bottom, you referencing that book. I know. And the other ones that I have that you referencing. That's scholarship, or we like to call advanced research. Check. Tell you. So that's how we support Moore's business. Even tying your turban. Man, I teach classes. I have all this. And if you do business with me, I'm going to give you. That's why I said if you connected to me, ask my muftis. Man, I'm on IG on our Temple and School page, burningbushtabernacle.ts. One of my muftis on there. And then my noble Alonzo Bay on here on YouTube. Like, come on, man, we do this together. He wanted to, he designed most of the clothes. I mean, we got in-house. So why wouldn't we want to support each other? Why wouldn't we want to meet each other? Why wouldn't we want to do, like, per se, like when I talk about Angie's List? Why we want to have our own Moore's List? If you selling things, wouldn't it be beautiful if you had your items, not only you selling out your trunk or out your home on your own webpage, but you got your items on the page with a more as well? And so we pumping the whole page as you selling your community, and we doing our own Amazon per se? Come on, man. Shouldn't we be pumping people business and doing business with each other, especially if you in the books? I mean, and studying and researching and want to build your library? Ask any of my nobles how big their library consists of. You can go on Amazon right now and look at books. They be like, man, we got that sheet. Yeah, he got us that book. They go print it at Amazon. I mean, they go print it at Office Max and Staples. You research it on Amazon. It'd be hundreds of dollars for some paper. You got most people don't even read. I read everything that I show people. I'm not just gonna walk around with something. If I have something, I done read it all. I done understand that. I done wrote down. I done took notes on everything. So I know the book. Every book that I have, that was one of the things that I'm into. I have to read everything and touch everything. Like one of the skills that I learned in academia is to take a 400-page book and read it in, ask my empress, less than probably less than 30 minutes, because I know how to break things down and speed read and take notes and then come right back and dissect the whole book down. I could take 400 pages and take that whole book and put it and put it in all in a, how can I say it, a conclusion in about like 20 pages. And it'll be all the information that a 400-page book will have. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. And so when I be telling us nothing new under the sun, this just is an old playbook. Tavistock Institution of Human Relations. Founded a premier brainwashing institution. You see what I'm saying? Brainwashing institution. Europe falls off the precept, like they falling off. How times were made to change. Social engineering and the social scientists. Do we have what H.G. Wells called an invisible government? Mass communication ushers in polling industry. It's just so much stuff that I tell people, man, it's an old playbook. We don't fall for spookism. I'm telling you, man, we don't fall for spookism. And so I'm gonna continue to say, man, we should do business together if we into what we say we into. Man, when y'all get a chance to sit and watch Jeff Bezos' little documentary. When I be telling people, man, a lot of different connections that I have, like especially when I go on campus and when I be speaking, and they be like, man, you like Jeff Bezos, like you started just like Jeff Bezos. And I'll say, no, I ain't starting just like Bezos. I said, I'm starting like how I'm starting. But I understand that. And I'll be like, gratitude, because I understand where they're coming from. And like I tell people, I'd rather be compared to success. I'm not having no pissing contest with my brothers. But once I get to that level, I know my brothers and sisters that's on the ride with me, they'll be like, yeah, we did this together. My tribe, I know they're going to be like, we did this together, because those are going to be the business partners. I'm not going to have to go hire people. When I get there, I already have a lot of things, because I'm not only a businessman, I'm a tribal leader. I'm a divine minister. I'm a leader in my community and with my tribe. So all this come with me. So when Allah continue to bless us because we doing good business, which we're supposed to do on this earth plane, shit, come on. It's just a matter of time. Look at the machine that's already happened. I mean, look, Jeff Bezos started just selling books. Jeff Bezos said, I'm going to have the biggest fucking library. Well, shit, I feel I have one of the biggest libraries. Real shit. I feel I'm the real book of Eli. Hell, my professor used to tell me when I showed them what I have, they're like, holy shit, you got more stuff than a library. They're like, how the hell did you do this? They're like, you and I showed I did a whole lecture how Google PDF almost 25 million books. What do you think they're going to do with the hard copies in a minute? And then a lot of information be took out. A lot of the books I have. I've done the same thing. And then not only that, I got the shit put in different places. I got so much shit, man. One of my notes can tell you I was so mad for about a couple weeks. I lost damn near 1,200 books. Just off phones, like, cause that's what I do. Got them all back. Tenfold, as the church people say. So we doing the work, man. We doing the work. Your kid can be in school right now, struggling in the field or need some help. I bet you they can get with me and be like, wow, like, Dad, why you ain't been introduced me to this sheet? Why you introduced me to this professor? Like, he is a real educator. Like, he do got connections. Like, I was struggling. I could have been getting all my books and everything from PDF instead of spending all my financial aid money. I could have been got some pointers how to navigate through academia. Just as being him, just counseling me. Just as preparing them what to look forward to. Why? Because I've been there. Because I've been on campus. Because I mentored college kids. That's what I'm telling you. I know what these kids are gonna go through. I can tell them the playbook exactly what's gonna happen. They'd be like, everything happened. And I can get a whole bunch of college students to vouch. Like, he just telling you the truth. And he loves you. If you want to succeed, I'm going to make sure you succeed. Whatever you into, we going to be into that shit. You into sports, you into clothing, you into playing chess, you into whatever you are, you're going to be the best. Why? Because we going to push you to that. That's what you're going to be. That's what I'm saying, man. We're here to be great. We ain't here to kill each other. We ain't here for our children to be listening to that damn dead energy, our little kids. And ain't no disrespect. Like that little boy saved up this money to get a verse from Boosie. It ain't no disrespect, but what Boosie finna rap about with the little boy? And I'm saying that's all cute and shit. Don't get me wrong. All that shit is cute. I get it. I get the shit. But I don't get it. Because when you see stuff like that, the first thing I don't ever see is a man. It's no disrespect. That'd be the first thing I don't see is a man. Because see, I get the psychosis. I'm telling y'all, I'm about to break this shit down in our Resume of the Nation and our next teachings for my nobles that got it. The atrocities of the single mom. And ain't no disrespect to our empresses when I say this should be programmed. This should be programmed. That baby mama shit, that single mom, that ain't shit. Watch. And the European agree with everything I'm saying. I'll show you how this shit, just like back in the day with that bullshit welfare, that shit, that aid, the man couldn't be in the house in order for the woman can get that shit, right? To get that bull cheap ass, that cheap living for your rent to be $13 or whatever, the man couldn't be in the house, right? If y'all wouldn't, that's why I say, man, when you don't participate, you rise above. When you educate and you have your own that can not only spiritual guide, educational guide, teach us how to use our economics, because we must know how to do group economics. We must know powernomics. That's a fact. We got to understand tax laws and codes and how to buy things in our community. Understand the religious laws and understand everything it takes to build from within and do real business in the community, just like everyone else, just like every other organization, just like any other church. And please, people got to understand the words that I'm saying. That's why I say we must be educated, especially the adults. The adults really need to be educated on the words that are coming out of my mouth. You got to understand the etymology of words and not get caught up in feelings. That's why I say the most of us, especially men, they be so emotional. That's why I said we need men classes. I say that so much with men. Men need men classes because men, you cannot be that emotional when it come down to making decisions. A man's supposed to be calm in every situation so you can make the right decision based off the variables that you have, based off the information that you have. What I mean, in all situations, no matter how you feel about it, you must be able to go in that chamber and make the right decision based off the variables that you have. You must. We need men classes. I'm telling you. I know this for a fact. I know this for a fact. A lot of men won't admit it. We need men classes. See, Mary J talk about a bag lady, but see, a lot of men are baggage men. Or that Papa Roll the Rolling Stone mentality. Wherever he lay his hat was his home. A lot of men would do that and jump on this internet and act like they're committed. But I say the first commitment is with self. I promise you this. The first commitment with self. Because I asked a noble how many women you had sex with in the last year or two. Man, oh my God. They wouldn't even tell you. And see, so if what's under this turban don't represent that vessel, you ain't nothing. And what they say, I say, man, a lot of men don't have that dick control. I ask men this all day, how many women you had in the last year or two have you dealt with? Oh, see, she, what you mean? Yeah, exactly what I mean. Exactly what I mean. That's what I be saying. That's why I know a lot of people focus doesn't be there. It takes a lot to be committed. It takes a lot to be focused. It takes a lot to have clear understanding. We need men classes. I'm going to say that shit all day, man. I'm seeing it with my eyes. This culture of genocide is crazy as hell. And then we'll be willingly let our children listen to this. And see, this is the part, and like I said, I've been in behavior therapy. I'm a counselor. These kids be knowing all these rap songs and don't know a damn thing. That's a fact. I just be wanting to make points, man. When we talk about support and rising above and all the literature that I have on my PDF books, when I show people you can print the books and every book on there I read and study and we have classes. I don't understand why we don't do business together. I mean, like I tell people, people really want to wait until and I have to say it like this, when I be that Jeff Bezos level, because that's where we striving to be in Allah's will, in Yahweh's will. That's what we're striving to be. Why? For this cup can run us over, for it can trickle down to the tribe. I tell people a lot of things that we already have checked off. We already got our graphic designer, my noble Alonzo. We already got a lot of business. We already got a lot of key structures. I already got a lot of grant writers. I just need the people. We already got a lot of business people set up. We already got curriculum for adults, curriculum for children. I already got people that are going to teach martial arts, teach finances, a whole curriculum, have men classes. Show these young boys and girls how to think. Show them about finances, because a lot of adults don't know the difference from gross and net. You ask them, oh, I don't know the gross and net. They don't know the difference of percentages on a big value and a low value. A lot of adults don't even like macro and microeconomics. Macro and micro. They don't even like it. And I say, you don't like dealing with the money? I can show you the big money and a little money. I can pertain it to real life. You don't like science? I can pertain it to you. I can take everything that's in the stars, in the atmosphere, and pertain it to you. Everything in the constellations, I can show you that's right in here. Everything in the constellation, your hippocampus, all that. I could pertain that to what's above and below. Then I could put that to what's above and below, without a doubt. Consecrated and anointed. Like I say, man, I done seen it, and I don't even talk about it. Like one of my homies, he like, man, you could put a whole bunch of pictures on there back in the day from the hood. I said, why? I'm not doing that shit. That ain't the image I want to put out. I'm not gonna put out a whole bunch of pictures of people seeing me back when I was young and stupid as hell. That ain't the those that know what the dumb shit that I did when we were stupid. That ain't them to glorify, because we was raised better than that. That's what I'm saying. The growth and the support. We can do anything we want to. Just like, man, when people be leaving their job and all that stuff to do dumb shit, we all be hearing these more, oh, left my job to go do this and do this. And now these niggas, excuse my candor, they got federal warrants because they done jumped bail. And I say, man, we can't support this. Like, I was sitting down with a group of brothers, and they was like, Sheik, say that number you always say. Because I make things real, because I know numbers fast. I love numbers. I do numbers. This is something that I love. I say, man, 10,000 people giving $40 a month is $4.8 million a year. $4.8 million a year off 10,000 people giving $40 a month. So you know what these mega churches is really doing. They really bringing in stupid numbers with a big auditorium. That's it. And I ain't saying what a person should or shouldn't be doing in their establishment. I'm just saying what we can do. And if a person on my page, I'll be reaching one and teaching one. I'll be like, man, I need to pull all my pennies and all my resources, because I've been following these brothers. I know people that's members and muftis with this man. What we waiting for? Because see, everybody want to be somebody's friend. Everybody want to be somebody God. But I say, we always under these, no disrespect, these Europeans and your boss at work. But when it comes to building something, and I say, why everybody want to be the one instead of being a part of the body? The arm don't say to the leg, you want to be the leg. And that's why I be saying, like, why? That's why I say the divine must come first. We should all have one goal. I mean, especially if we say we Moors, because I'm with everything. We supposed to all been a man. Once people see who I am and they connected to people that know me, I per se, like if they know my muftis, like for instance, I'll give an analogy. I'm on our Temple and School page on IG, and one of my muftis on here, Maso. Say if anybody know Maso that's on IG right now. Say if anybody that know Maso on here and they don't connect, they'll just jump on the page. I'll be like, damn, why? I'll be like, if I was Maso, I'll be like, man, okay, well, you been on my sheet page for a couple of days, like, well, so what's up? What we trying to do? That's just like, if we see we all doing the same thing and we ain't smart enough to come together. Like what the hell are we doing? That's why I say, are we here for niggertainment? Because if we ain't on the same mission, you got to ask me what a person here for. I ask that shit all day. And I don't be knowing disrespect, because what I tell people, I'm a different type of more, or whatever you want to call me. Why? Because let me tell you why. Because a person will have to be a certain way to deal with me off the dribble. I tell people when I be out, people don't even know who be with me, because I don't show who I'm with. I never do. If you see me out somewhere, I guarantee you're going to be like, man, who the hell is them people back there? You be like, they probably would know. Then they probably just find out. That's why I tell people, I just don't meet people. I deal with the spirit of man. I tell people there ain't nothing nobody can do for me. Ask all my muftis. The heart got to be pure. People be coming to me, especially NBCs, oh, we can do this. No, we can't. Because I know most NBCs have a motive. And I can smell that shit like an alcoholic. I'm serious. Ask any of my nobles. Listen, man, I hustle righteously on my own and suffer before I do any bullshit. Make that clear. I will hustle on my own righteously and make fast money slow before I do any bullshit. Off the dribble. And that's what I tell people. I said, a person got to be a certain way coming to me, because I'm going to smell all the shit off the top, because I'm supposed to. And that's why I say we don't do business. when I ask more, I say, you know what a conglomerate is? What? Coming together, support. What else will we support? Especially if you in the literature, like I have a whole database. Moors, man, like one of my nobles said, man, everybody should be getting books from you all day, hitting you up. Don't they know how big your heart is? They like, you give away more shit than the person will buy. And you know why I can do it? Because I'm the source. Ask my nobles. Ask anybody that's connected to you. My moosters on here, they'll tell you, like, man, he gonna give you more than what you, that's just him. Why? Because he got the shit. That's what we're supposed to do. We don't have to support nobody that can devalue our product and then act like it's something. I'll give you a prime analogy. Like back in the day in the early 2000s, we had all our clothes. You had Myers Malone, you had Echo, you had Fat Joe, you had all those products. Where'd they go? They didn't diversify and start making things in the culture. No, they was bought out. Put all that shit in them cheap stores, Ross and all that. Now you got all this designer bullshit. You got these ugly ass Herman Monster shoes called Balenciaga. They really look like Skechers to me. And you gotta buy this shit for $2,000 for some dumbass Herman Monster shoes. That's just my opinion. And it ain't no disrespect to nobody fashion. I'm just saying Moors. I'm not going to waste my energy out here trying to look fly to try to hustle people and talk about I'm some Rick Rider instead of doing good business. Because business can be done the right way. You're supposed to look good. You can have any damn thing you want to if you're righteous. Can't nobody tell nobody what to have and what not to have if you righteous. I don't give a damn if you decked all the way out. If your heart pure, that's what they like. If you in the cars, that's what they like. If you into your home and having your home decked out, whatever, that's what you like. If you in the sports or whatever you into, if your heart is pure, man, Allah, you have the time and the energy. Why? Because you right in your doings. And that's what I be saying, the conglomerate, man, the growth. I ask us as adults, what we gonna do? That's like I told one of my nobles, if I had a brick and mortar, which I did have when I first came to Arizona, that shit don't last long. I went in it knowing I had to pay for it for myself for a whole year. And Morris be like, well, man, you should have kept the temple. And I said, dude, if Morris ain't gonna support, what's the object? We gotta do something righteous, man. It's only one science. It's only one temple. And we got to stop arguing over what Noble Drew lead this and who this and that. That ain't it, because the Moorish Science Temple was never created to be no Islamic set or no damn government to overthrow no government. It's a school, and the divine must come first. This is a fact, man. These is keys. We're not here to overthrow no government or none of that goofy ass shit. We're not no sovereign citizens. We don't squat no fucking houses. We don't drive without no operator's license. We ain't making up no government. We ain't none of that shit, especially me. If anybody else got the energy to do that, I want to see how their life is. And if they getting away with that stuff, I don't got no quarrel with them. Do your own thing, sir. And stay the hell away from me and mine. Because people will talk about the European, and I'll be like, look at this here. And I'll be look at this. And I'll be like, they'll say the European this and they ID expire, and why I got a expiration date, and then I'll show you these ladies be making stuff, which I don't know why they think that means something, and they have the same expiration date, and then they be getting caught up. I'll be like, see? So I say, so you just took the glory to make this, which, hell, like I tell people, I don't care what you do. But if it's a tribal ID, what tribe it come from? And if you're a tribal leader, where your tribal people? See, a lot of stuff really got to be you, man. And I ain't saying that stuff is not good for yourself if that's where you rocking. But you got to know this in here first. You got to know this in here first. Because a piece of paper and all that stuff is not going to make you more or less. I promise you this. And it's so sad when our people do that. And they say, no, would your ID this? And I say, okay, well, our prophet said your ID is for your salvation. Our prophet said, stop flashing your cars at Europeans. It causes confusion. Stop flashing your cars at Europeans. It causes confusion. We are for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when these orders are disobeyed, justice must then take its place. If you don't want to follow these orders, turn in your car, your button, and your fez. What car, your button, your fez? What card and button? From the Moorish Science Temple of America. It didn't say no tribal ID. Because why? Because who? Because what? Come on now. No disrespect to nobody. When the prophet was in the flesh, you think Moorish had some motherfucking tribal ID. The only ID they had was from the membership of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Watch this. And none of this shit mean nothing. None of this shit mean nothing if your heart ain't pure. It's just ID for the temple. Just like my school, just like any other school, all my members and my muftis, they have their school ID and their membership ID. And it don't replace a goddamn thing. Just like how you have membership ID, say if you're a temple and tribe or school wanted a membership ID, our temple and school have membership ID. Membership ID. This shit don't replace nothing. Our nationality, who we say we are, Moorish Americans, our status. What is our status? Free white. What is our race? Asiatic. Our religion, Islamism. Our sex and all that. Our address. And the bearer of this card is enrolled member of the Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple and School. This card is acceptable proof of membership. Citizenship of this trust corpus. What trust corpus? The Burning Bush Tabernacle Science Temple. Same way the prophet set it up. Of the Moorish Science Temple. I hereby do declare that the holder of this card is a Muslim under the divine laws of the Holy Quran of Mecca. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And my 2 cents, health, and wealth. It's just what it is. This is our temple and school. Don't replace shit. Don't replace nothing. This is my ID for the MSTA. We have our tax exempt card. We have a tax exempt card. We have our nationality card. And our identification card. And a 1010-9 and a 1010-5905. 1010-5905 ain't no fucking trust at the end of the rainbow. It ain't nothing but a damn affidavit. So that everybody can stop lying with that shit. Excuse my candor. This is your nationality and identification card for the Moorish Science Temple of America and birthright for the Moorish Americans, etc. We honor all divine prophets, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, and Confucius. May the blessings of the God, our Father, Allah, be upon you that carry this card. I do hereby declare that you are a Muslim under the divine law of the Holy Quran of Mecca. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. I am a citizen of the USA, U.S.A. And I hope if you understand what the prophet's saying in this context, you will know. I don't have to explain. Because that's what science too. If a person be like, yeah, I know what the prophet said when he said, I am a citizen of the capital U dot capital S dot A dot. See? Chicago 5933 West Madison, Chicago, Illinois 60644. And a lot of that shit ain't even operate no more. But it is what it is. So it has to be some prerequisites of understanding before anybody, any male or female, can say they teaching more science per se. Because I would hope, what is more science? That was the first thing I asked a person. What is more science? If they couldn't give me a clear understanding of what more science consists of, then I have to walk away. If you can't teach me without a book, and I can have the book right there, and you can teach me, boom, 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 and guide me as a map, that's all I need, because I don't need you telling me nothing. If you can't tell me, okay, well, what is more science? First thing a person be talking about nationality and all this, I'll be like, see? I'll be like, well, I'm done. Because that ain't more science. That's a form of law. That's a part. But what is more science? The science of more science. Because more science, your divine creed is first. And the divine is first. That's what took from you. The two from the two, divine creed and nationality. Divine creed and nationality. So the first thing, I would want my heart to be pure. I would want somebody teaching me from an honest perspective and not a religious perspective, and don't have a motive and not trying to control my thinking. Because more science is not a religion. We don't gravitate to one essence where we miss the rest. More science is not an Islamic sect. This turban is not, how can I say, an Arab turban or some shit like that. And then when you get caught up in the Arab, I have to give you a whole illumination of what a true Arab is. A-R-A-P, not A-R-A-B. I have to educate you on that as well. I have to educate you on the whole attire that we wear. That comes strictly from your Bible. Turban with the jewel on it, the kufi, aka the bonnet, the kothar, which is the tunics that we wear, cotton or silk, short or long, our girdle, aka sash, the beards, gold earrings, all in our biblical scriptures. Even the kente cloth, all that stuff is in biblical scripture. All holy garments. So if I was dealing with somebody and I want garments, I would be getting my stuff from a sheik. I don't want my stuff cheap. If I'd be going to the malls and all that stuff, buying clothes, I would want my regalia from someone that represented. Just like I would want my food cooked instead of somebody talking about we finna go to a fast food restaurant and mom's ready to cook. I'm dealing with moms. We just need to get the groceries. I need my food cooked with love. So that's all I'm saying, man. We got to get to a better place where we got to love on each other, man, and raise this next generation to be nobles, to be empresses, man, and straighten up these crowns. For real, and teach our young men about respect and about honor. It's okay to be talented. I love music, but I just understand our music don't have to be genocide music. We don't have to keep seeing our brothers and sisters dying from the death of our own people. If that's the case, then the nigga is a beast. Excuse my candor. The Negro is a beast. If that's the case, if we're going to accept this, then the Negro is a beast. You know, if we ain't going to support each other, man, and use this social media to draw each other in and say, man, support something. I mean, come to class. Learn. I mean, we could come together and really do some powerful things. Get some literature. Come to class. Be our guest on Zoom. Work out with us. I mean, come to our Morris Ball in January. I mean, we own land. I can show you how to purchase land. We all should be having land by each other, building a real community. So when you see your neighbor, it's us. Not in no neighborhood that's already established, away. Like we doing. Build your cabin. When I show y'all Amish style log cabins and these metal rail cars you build, man, that's how you build away. On your own acres. On your own acres. Like I said, we got like 10 acres for like, I forget. I think it was like 11,000, a little bit less. I show people how to do this. I just need my finder's fee. That's it. My finder's fee is $500 to show you the ropes, to connect, to sit down, show you all this, and I'm out the way. I done helped so many people do this so many times, and I've been like, my people lost. And then we get hustled, and people be laughing like, you should have did it. You should have hit up the sheep. Oh, for real? Yeah, for real. So with that being said, man, I love y'all, man. I'm about to eat. No more cultural genocide, man. And support something, man. I love y'all and peace.